Your Excellency, President Evariste Ndayishimiye, President of the Republic of Burundi and Chair of the East African Community, President Felix Tshisekedi, President of the Democratic Republic of Congo, President Paul Kagame, President of the Republic of Rwanda, President Yoweri Kaguta Museveni, President of the Republic of Uganda, Your Excellency Uhuru Kenyatta, facilitator of the Nairobi process and former President of the Republic of Kenya, representative of the United Nations present, the AU present, all other distinguished participants, distinguished delegates, ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of the Republic of Kenya, it's my honor to address you this morning, and also that of the government of Kenya and the people of Kenya as we host this third Inter-Congolese dialogue. I welcome and commend all the participants for attending this very critical meeting that presents an opportunity to seize history and turn the tide towards seeking a lasting solution for the challenges we have in our region. I am encouraged by the progress made so far in facilitating dialogue, negotiations, and the peaceful resolution of conflict in our brotherly neighbor and brotherly country, the Democratic Republic of Congo. This effort and the promising start is significant due to the support and dedication of the chairperson of the East African Community, His Excellency Evariste Ndayishimiye, President of the Republic of Burundi, towards the restoration of peace and stability in Eastern DRC. It is important that we also appreciate with gratitude the role played by His Excellency Uhuru Kenyatta as he continues to play the role as chief facilitator of the Nairobi process. Mr. President, I salute your credentials as you champion peace in our region, and in particular with regards to the Inter-Congolese consultative framework. These shared values of the foundation of the East African Community also anchor the strong bonds of connecting the nations and people of our greater community. It is self-evident fact that our region is united by a common yearning for peace, hope for unity, quest for opportunity, and desire for shared prosperity. The people of Kenya are deeply invested in the destiny of our brothers and sisters throughout this region, and as a government, it is our duty to actualize their aspirations by participating in frameworks that enhance our collective prospects of peace, security, social, and economic. Kenya commits to you, the President Felix Tshisekedi, for your sustained dedication and commitment to peace and the determined effort in endeavors to find a lasting solution to the security situation in the Eastern DRC. My government assures you, Your Excellency, and the people of the Democratic Republic of Congo, as well as the entire East African region and Africa at large, of Kenya's unwavering support and of our determination to stay this course together until the job is done. Mr. President, you are not alone, and I want you to let our brothers and sisters in the DRC to know that they are not alone. The inescapable tie of geography ties us together in the East Africa like Siamese twins. So long as DRC knows no peace, prospects for prosperity for the rest of EAC and Africa will remain dim and reversible. Instability and insecurity in the DRC will be relentless in undermining human development and holistic progress in and beyond the Great Lakes region. It is not only limiting the potential of our region in terms of trade and investment, but also denigrating the dignity of our people, causing suffering, displacement, and death. In a world of 8 billion people with unrelenting climate change threats, the people of Africa cannot afford to seek help from beyond before exhausting our own proprietary innovative solutions. African solutions are closer at hand given the scope of economic opportunities of 1 billion Africans and vast underexploited physical and human capital. The state of the world behoves us to pull together and pull ahead, the odds notwithstanding. This is why we have taken a decisive position as heads of state of the EAC to do everything possible to find a lasting peaceful solution to this conflict. And I dare say we will not relent. We shall seize every opportunity that comes our way to collaborate in enhancing our capacity of transformative collective action. Towards this end, we shall seek to enhance our bonds of fraternity, purposeful friendship, and strategic cooperation for the mutual benefit of all our people. The security situation in Eastern DRC continues to be a source of great concern. As we welcome the deployment of the East African Community Regional Force, we must recognize that its operational environment remains charged with threats. This demands closer cooperation and greater capacity to collaborate with other regional and international partners to effectively counter the threats that various armed groups and negative elements continue to pose. We are here to emphasize the urgent need for dialogue, de-escalation, and to encourage and facilitate every actor to intensify their pursuit through the effective engagement of regional and international dispute resolution mechanisms. We also encourage regional states to maintain their commitment to existing regional bilateral as well as multilateral understandings. We reiterate the vital importance of utilizing approved frameworks and engaging positively to address all issues, disagreements, misunderstandings, and concerns in order to sustain and enhance mutual outcomes. For its part, Kenya reiterates its unflinching support for efforts that support diplomatic and necessary military solutions to the effective restoration of sustainable peace and stability in DRC. We emphasize that regional peace and security remains our collective enterprise. Specifically for Kenya, you may wish to know, and I'm telling this to my brothers from the DRC, you may wish to know that my predecessor, President Uhuru Kenyatta here, and myself were on different sides of the political contest 2 months ago. And the competition was stiff. But after the election, I met His Excellency the President. I looked at him in the eye and I told him, Mr. President, you have started a very important process in EAC. I would want you to continue that process. And he told me he was ready to do it. Despite all that had gone on, because of the interests of our nation, because of the interests of our region, because of the interests of our continent, and because peace is important to Kenya, to DRC, to our region, President Kenyatta has done a wonderful job as he facilitates this process, because collectively as a country, we value peace. Kenya is firmly persuaded that our well-being and destinies as peoples and nations of this region are intimately and intensely interconnected. Our security, stability, and progress, therefore, is dependent on that of our region and indeed on the rest of the African continent. Consequently, the pursuit of peace and stability is not only desirable and beneficial, it is the inevitable precondition for socio-economic transformation and shared prosperity. Kenya thanks the East African Community Secretariat and the Africa Union for the commendable efforts made so far towards implementing the decision and directives of the 22nd Ordinary Summit of the EAC Heads of State. I also take this opportunity to strongly reiterate the call for EAC member states, our partners, and other stakeholders to act swiftly on respective commitments that we have been made. I want to thank President Suluhu Hassan, the President of Tanzania, for committing to support this process financially. I also wish to thank President Kagame for also committing to support this process financially. And also President Yoweri Kaguta Museveni for also committing to support this process financially. There is no greater demonstration of commitment from the EAC than the one that I have seen from the various heads of state of our region. Yesterday, when we met with the chair of our EAC, we decided to call all the other colleagues in this region, and all of them have set aside their schedules to be able to attend this meeting, even if virtually. It demonstrates the political goodwill that we have mobilized for the sake of peace in DRC, because peace in DRC is peace in our region. Peace in our region is peace in every part of our region and continent. For us, as leaders in this region, we take this assignment as an assignment of our lifetime, because our continent is ripe for the huge opportunities. This is the continent of our century, and we cannot afford to lose the opportunity of our lifetime at the altar of conflicts that we can resolve. And it is our commitment, because intra-Africa trade that holds the biggest opportunity for us to trade using the instruments we have already set up in the EAC, in COMESA, in SADC, and in the Africa Continental Free Trade Area. We have the greatest potential and the greatest opportunity to be able to increase trade and investment so that we can raise it from the paltry 13 or 15% at the moment to where other regions in Asia, in Europe, in the Americas are at 60-70%. Ladies and gentlemen, it will be the biggest shame for us if while our brothers and sisters elsewhere in the globe are holding huge conferences in big tents to discuss investment and trade, and they are holding huge conferences in big conference halls to discuss trade and investment, our people are in tents as refugees and displaced persons. It will be an indictment on us, the leaders of this continent, and that is why this assignment is an assignment we must not fail to discharge and to resolve. Kenya joins the rest of the region in affirming its utmost respect for the total sovereignty of the Democratic Republic of Congo and for its territorial integrity. I also reiterate the full expectation that the East African Community Regional Force will support and complement the armed forces of the Democratic Republic of Congo in stabilizing and restoring law and order in Eastern DRC. More critically, I call on the force to collaborate with FADRC in supporting disarmament, demobilization, community recovery, and stabilization program. As I conclude, I reiterate our commitment to support our brave and gallant soldiers who continue to demonstrate their readiness to serve and sacrifice greatly for our countries and our peoples to live in peace, security, and stability. Their role is essential, and our support for them is therefore vital. Kenya has been, remains, and always will be a loyal and dependable partner of the DRC and a faithful member of our region in every mutually beneficial endeavor at all levels. Our determination to succeed remains stronger than ever, and our motivation even keener. God bless you. Thank you very much for listening to me. Asante sana. Na wauliza marafiki zetu wa Kongomani, karibuni Kenya. Mkiwa huku Kenya, mjue mko nyumbani. Na vile Rais Kenyatta aliyenitangulia amewaambia, mazungumzo haya ndio iko na suluhu ya matatizo tuliyoko nayo katika DRC. Vile nimesema, yale matatizo mko nayo sio yenu peke yenu. Ni matatizo ya Kongo, ni matatizo ya East Africa, na ni matatizo yetu sisi zote. Na sote tutaungana ili kuyatatua. Nataka muelewe vile vile, bunduki na risasi haiwezi kulete suluhu kamilifu. Kuongea kama ndugu na dada, kushirikiana, kusikia mwenzako anasema vipi, ndio chanzo na ndio iko na suluhu ya kutatua tatizo ya DRC ambayo ni tatizo letu sisi zote. Nataka niwahakikishie ya kwamba mkiwa hapa Kenya tutakuwa pamoja na nyinyi. Tumesimama kidete na Rais Uhuru Kenyatta kama facilitator wa mazungumzo haya, na serikali ya Kenya tumejitolea na vifaa zote ili kuhakikisha kwamba majadiliano haya, mazungumzo haya yanafaulu kwa manufaa yenu, ya watoto wenu, ya wamama walio mlioacha nyumbani, na kwa manufaa ya jumuiya yetu ya Afrika Mashariki. Asanteni sana, na watakia baraka ya Mungu, na mimi naamini ya kwamba mtafaulu. Asanteni sana.